Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome to my today's online lecture. I am here Murad Chaudhary, Senior Lecturer, Department of Agriculture Studies, Milestone College, Uttara, Dhaka.
Chapter 5, Section 4, Tree Felling and Wood Collection. This is the second lecture of this section. First lecture, we are discussing about the concepts of tree felling and wood collection, then time of tree felling or time of rotation, their classification and method of tree felling, and some important formula of determining called log volume and usable wood volume. Today, I will discuss wood seasoning and treatment, then wood preservation, necessity of preserving tree felling. So what is seasoning and wood seasoning and treatment? The water is essential for plant in living state. After cutting, the lower the moisture content, the higher will be the longevity of wood. Lowering the moisture content of wood to 12 of its weight and wood quality seems to be good. Goon, insects or fungus cannot attack easily. The removal of water from wood by a controlled method to ensure higher longevity is called seasoning. That means after collecting the wood from the plant, we have to preserve the wood for a long time, or we have to make different type of furniture, different type of equipment with the wood. But in this period, if you treat or season the wood properly, then uh, it will not attacked by different insects and fungus and goon. That is why we have to season the wood with the water. That means after cutting, the lower the moisture content, the higher will be the longevity of wood. That means if you remove the water content about 12% of its weight of wood quality seems to be good. So this is called the seasoning of wood. So seasoning may be done by two methods. The first one is air drying and the second one is kiln drying. What is air drying? Drying of wood after sowing in open air is known as air drying. Simple is that. So simply, when we drying the wood underneath the air is called uh, drying the wood. But very thinly sliced woods may show fracture or may be curved when left under strong sun in open air. So we have to make sure about that. That is why these type of woods are kept in shade about 30 to 40 centimeter above the ground in layers. The wood layers are arranged in such a way that aeration is ensured surrounding every wood pieces. The wood pieces cannot be left in a disarranged manner, which may result in carving of the wood. Air drying process of wood treatment requires at least one season and moisture content remains near to 12%. So when you're drying the wood, that time we have to organize the wood properly and do not left the woods on the soil ground. You have to make about 30 to 40 centimeter above the ground layers. So that is called the air layering. Next one is kiln layering. Generally, kiln method or drying is used to fry large amount of wood at a time. In kiln method, air can move between two wood sheets and the wood sheets are kept in a large airtight room. So that means we have to make the large airtight room, and then in that room we have to leave or preserve the wood sheet wood sheet. So to do this, 3 to 4 cm two pieces of wood are inserted at the two sides between two wood sheets so that air can move between the wood sheet. Thereafter, at first, the moisture content of wood is to be increased by inserting water vapor in the airtight room. That means in the airtight room, you have to make sure there will be no air, and you have to organize the piece of wood sheet, and you have to insert water vapor inside or moisture content inside the airtight room. Then the water from the wood is to be drained out by the same time applying heat. That means when you apply the water vapor, the same time we have to apply the heat inside that airtight room. That means it will be dry again. In this method, wood seasoning by the process requires 3 weeks and moisture content lowered to 12%. But duration of seasoning may vary with the species. That means we are not doing 3 weeks for all type of wood. That means Shagun need more times or less time, or Gorgon needs more time or less time. So this is called two types of seasoning. So here, if you have a look, the types of seasoning, the picture, this picture, the black and white picture you can found in your textbook, page number 197, and this is the colorful picture. This is called air laying. If you have a look, the wood is organized underneath. There is another log horizontally to make the pass the air inside and all the log. This is the process of air layering, and this is the process of wood seasoning. This is the airtight dome, and this is the wood sheet organized way. And have a look, underneath the ground layer, this is not contact with the layer about 30 to 40 centimeter above the ground, and on the top of the wood, other wood. And yeah, when inside here pass the water vapor and close the room before pass the water. This is open for your observation, and then immediately after inserted the water vapor, then provide the apply the heat as well, and this is called the kiln drying process. Now, the wood preservation method. We cut the wood, collect the wood, then we season the wood. Now the process is preservation. If you do not follow the preservation process, then it will not keep the wood very good in long run. The principal wood treatment is to insert chemical substance into wood and bamboo in solution form. This chemical name is CCA. This one is very important for your CQ and MCQ as well. The composition of the CCA is composed by three ingredients, which is chromic oxide 47.5%, copper oxide 18.5%, and arsenic pentaoxide is 34.0%. And you can find this CCA in the market. The preservation may be prepared by purchasing these chemicals separately and mixing it rightly measured quantities. We can buy the purchase this chemical individually. You can mix it in this percentage. Then 2.5% solution of the preservation is made by mix with water. The solution is pushed into wood and bamboo by a special mechanical arrangement of giving high pressure. It is recommended to push 0.4 pound of preservative into 1 cubic foot of wood. In this method, wood becomes ready for use after 7 days of treatment. Using CCA, preservation may be prevent the rotting of stored woods. That means when you store the woods for the next use, that time if you apply this chemical on the wood, that will not that will prevent from rotting, and as well as attack from termite as well. So you have to memorize this all information for your CQ and MCQ. And necessity of preserving tree felling. What is the importance? Why you need to preserve tree felling? This is very important, because exceeding specific time the quality may be deteriorate. If you exceed time, if you over matured, that will be wood quality not good, and sometimes bark may be cracked and become disease, which may affect inside this stem. So the time of felling tree depends on several aspects, such as what will be done by wood. It may be used for fuel, or maybe used for furniture, of which measurement wood is necessary. Then what quality wood is necessary, either instant money is required or not, then allowing further growth of plant or not, either the surroundings area may be covered by branches or not, the tree either may be injurious or builders or living beings due to falling by a cyclone or not, either the plant attacked by special disease or not, either the time of tree may be completed or not. This is the process. This type of question you can arise for preserving necessity of preserving tree felling, and that is why you have to follow the proper rules, proper cutting method, proper time of rotation, and proper seasoning as well. Now, some important solution of mathematics. Last lecture, I already show you some formula of maths, which is one is Newton's law for determining the volume of log, and the other one is the Hompas law. Today, I will show you these two for solution the mass. This is the example of a stem, which is the length of a Gorgon log is 6 meter. Its circumference of the narrow end is 1.5 meter. At the middle part is 2 meters and the broad end is 2.5 meters. So what is the actual volume of the log? We know the formula is for determining the actual volume of the log is 0.08 into C1 plus 4 multiplied C2 first bracket close plus C3 divided by 6 into length. Here C1 is circumference of the narrow end, where from the stem we can know that 1.5 meter the narrow end circumference. Then C2 is circumference of the middle part, where we know from the stem is 2 meter, and the C3 is circumference of broad end, which is 2.5 meter. So let's go for the solution. Here just put the data in their proper place and then multiply 0.08 into 1.5 plus 4 into 2 multiply. This is the C2 and this is C1, and 2.5 is C3, then divided by C into 6. Definitely the unit will be cubic meter, because C1 is meter, C2 is meter, and C3 is meter. That is why cubic meter. Then the answer will be 0.96 cubic meter. So this is the actual volume of log in cubic meter. Next one is, if the length of is 6 and the circumference of narrow end is 1.5, middle part is 2.5 and 3, and broad end is 2.5, how much usable wood will be available? That means usable wood. That means we know this middle part is 2 meter and length is 6 meter from the stem. So we know the formula is volume equal to middle circumference of log divided for bracket close square into length. Just put the marks. See is middle circumference of log is 2, and then 4 formula 4 and square into 6. The answer will be 1.5 cubic meters. So this type of math you can get from this chapter. So you have to follow the memorize the formula properly for understanding and solve the math.
Hey students, for watching today's online lecture. If you got any problem, contact your subject teacher. They must help you. Thank you very much.